Hey friends, welcome back to Ball Homestead. Today we're going to roast some pumpkins and get those no, I'm not going to can them. I'm going to freeze it up in bags, and we're going to roast it first. Then we're going to take the seeds and clean them up and roast those. So stay tuned. Friends, fall is my favorite time of year. I love the crispness of the air and the cooler temperatures, and I feel like I am so energized when this weather and this time of year comes around. So I love fresh pumpkin. I love making pumpkin products, muffins, breads, cookies, all kinds, anything pumpkin I love. So I had been coming home the other day and noticed a local farmer that sells a lot of local produce in our area had some pumpkins out by the road. So I stopped and asked him if they were for sale. And he said yes, and they were $2.50 each. So I grabbed 4 of those, and I thought, that would probably take care of our pumpkin needs for the year. So I thought on this day that I would just roast a couple of those pumpkins up and get them ready to use. So we're just cutting them in half and scooping out the seeds and all the stringy stuff in the center and getting those pumpkins cleaned and ready to go into the oven. All I do is clean these pumpkins the best I can out. I don't put anything on them. I just get all that stringy stuff and all the seeds out, which we're going to save those seeds. We'll get back to that later. And we are just going to put these on a pan and roast them in the oven. Simple, simple. But as we're doing that, I just wanted to let you know how much I love fall and how much pumpkin flavored things mean to me. I'm sure at work I've burned them out on all the pumpkin goodies because when the weather turns, I love to make pumpkin stuff. We're just going to keep cutting these pumpkins in half and cleaning them out until we get all of those done. In the past, I have grown like butternut squash and canned that in chunks and used that to replace pumpkin when prices were high or they were unavailable. This year at the grocery store, prices are ridiculous on pumpkins. So when I seen these for $2.50 a piece, I jumped on it. I love a good bargain, and nothing's better than fresh pumpkin in your products. So, as I say, we're just going to keep working on these pumpkins and get these 4 ready for the oven. We're going to roast these on about 300 for about an hour, and then we will check and see if it's soft enough. And at that point, I might turn it up a little bit if they're not. If not, I'll just leave them till I feel like they're at their softest to scoop them out. But we're just going to roast these for as long as it takes to get them soft and ready to puree and put into freezer bags. We're on that last one. I'm going to grab a pan because it wouldn't fit on our big cookie sheet, and we're going to get that in the oven with the others. Now we're going to get busy on these pumpkin seeds. I love roasted pumpkin seeds, and I hate to waste anything. So we are going to pick all these seeds out of the stringy middle as we can, and we're just going to keep doing that till we get as much of that goopy stuff off of those pumpkin seeds and into a strainer in the sink. I'm saving all that stringy stuff though because our chickens will love it. We don't waste around here. If at all possible, we try to give back to our animals or use it in any way that we possibly can. We are a waste not, want not family, and I hate wasting. It blows my mind how wasteful people are. But anyways, we are just going to keep cleaning these seeds, getting all those little bits out, and we're going to get those washed up. It's super simple to do this. It takes a little time weeding out the seeds from the stringy stuff, but it doesn't take long when you really stop and think about it. I did this in a matter of minutes, and these pumpkin seeds were ready for the oven. Jessica on Three Rivers Homestead, I watched her blog this morning, and she had said they're more digestible if you let them soak overnight. So next time I might do that. These turned out absolutely fabulous. They were super crunchy and yummy and nutty flavored. We love them. But I will soak them next time to see, because I'm all about the nutrition you get from food also. So this is supposed to make them more digestible if you soak them for 12 hours. So you might do that. I'm just washing those seeds really good, getting out any more of that goopy, stringy stuff, and then we are going to get them into our pan. Just giving them one last good cleaning, and it doesn't take but a few minutes, friends, just to get these pumpkin seeds ready for the oven. Like I said, nothing goes to waste. All that stringy stuff will go back to our chickens. So let me grab my pan here, and we will get it loaded with those seeds. I start these out at 300 degrees in the oven and let them, I'm going to let them set while our pumpkins are in there and kind of dry off a little bit. And then when they come out, we will put these in the oven at 300. All I do is lightly salt them and roast them in the oven. And I do that for about 30 minutes on 300. Then I turn it up to 400 and do it for about 15 more minutes just to kind of get them brown and crispy. Simple, simple. Our pumpkins are hot out of the oven. Look at that steam rising. So we're going to let them cool just for a few minutes, and then we're going to start scooping out that yummy pumpkin. All this fresh, beautiful pumpkin. I'm so excited to have this in the freezer. I plan on making all of our holiday treats with these pumpkins. I have a few more out there I will probably process before they start to go bad. I think there's 4 more pumpkins, and I will not let any of that go to waste. We will use it one way or another. But we are just going to scoop all that meat out of the pumpkins. I just used a cookie scoop here and just scooped as much as I could without getting any of the rind out. You'll see me a few times going back and getting some of that rind off the outside, but I just want to have that pretty yellow flesh in the bowl. So we're just going to keep scooping that out and getting that in our bowl. Pumpkin is so simple to process. The National Center for Canning says that you shouldn't can pumpkin puree. I do believe you can chunk it and can it, but I thought this would be a simple, quick project to do one afternoon. We are super crisp and cool here in Arkansas this day, and you'll see I've got my flannel on. We've wore flannel all day. It was in the 40s when we got up this morning, and we have thoroughly enjoyed these cooler temps. This is my time to shine, friends. I love fall. I get out and do more things when it's cooler. I don't like it when it's 150 degrees outside and the humidity is through the roof. Look at that beautiful bowl of pumpkin. Now we're going to get that in our blender and kind of blend that up and make it more of a puree. All those scraps are going to go to the chickens. None of those will go to waste. So we're just going to get that in our blender and kind of puree it up and put it in some freezer bags. This is just 2 medium-sized pumpkins, and look at all the beautiful pumpkin we got from that. And this pumpkin was not very wet. It did not have a lot of juice in it. I expected it to have a lot more than it did. It was a drier pumpkin, which is fine, but I was really surprised at how little water it had in it. It was a little hard for me to blend. I did try it a few times. Then I ended up getting my pastry knife out and just mashing it with that, because it was just so much simpler than moving it around and then, you know, starting the thing over, because I had to do that multiple times just to get it mushed up good. But I did. In the end, it all worked out. So we're just going to get all that pumpkin in bags. We end up with, I believe, 5-gallon bags of pumpkin. I don't feel them full, but I want them full enough where I can lay them flat in the freezer. And when I need some, like I did today, I meant to leave a bag out to make some pumpkin bread, and I forgot. So it was all frozen, so I just popped it in the microwave just long enough to be able to get about a cup's worth of pumpkin off of that, and then I popped it back in the freezer. So we have some pumpkin bread that I was trying to record. I thought I was and wasn't, but we'll get that recipe added in the description if you would like to try to make that. Anyways, you'll see here I took my pastry knife and just mashed the rest of that pumpkin up. We're going to get it all in bags and into the freezer. Like I said, I'm super pumped to have this in the freezer. I'm going to make all of our holiday pies with this pumpkin, and it will be delicious. Nothing better than fresh. Five beautiful bags of pumpkin that we will put in the freezer. Yeah, 5. Okay. And we will have for muffins and pies and breads. I'm actually going to leave one out and put in the refrigerator tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to make some pumpkin bread for us for this week. It looks beautiful. It wasn't a real watery pumpkin. I'm actually kind of surprised there wasn't more water in it. But I got all that from these 2 pumpkins, and this will do us through the holidays. We won't have to buy any pumpkin, and it will be fresh from a local farmer. So that's always a plus. Look at our beautiful pumpkin bread. It's pumpkin chocolate chip. I was going to put walnuts in it, but I decided to go with chocolate chips and give that a try. But this is our first product. We did 2 loaves with our homemade, or our home done pumpkin. I'm super happy, friends. Now it's time to roast those pumpkin seeds. We put them in the oven at 300 degrees to start. Then we take them out, turn the temp up to 400, and pop them back in for about 15 minutes. Look at our beautiful pumpkin seeds, friends. These pumpkin seeds are delicious. Just lightly salted and roasted in the oven. Easy peasy. Going to give a little update on the muscadine juice we made with letting it set for a month. It's been close to a month, and it is fabulous, friends. I will be doing this every year for our breakfast juice needs. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know that, and thank you for stopping back by our homestead. Until next time, friends, goodbye.